Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Shapley, Mr. Ziegler, we're going to be moving fast here. Let me make a statement to begin. Let's just clarify for America. Republicans are only interested in Hunter Biden's deceptions regarding his IRS-confirmed receipt of $17.3 million from shady sources in Ukraine and Romania and China while his father was vice president, because Hunter Biden had nothing to sell. He had no product, no service, no skill. All Hunter Biden had to sell was corrupted access to his father, the big guy. Now, how dare Congressman Higgins call the President of the United States, may I say the inaugurated President of the United States, how can we call him the big guy? Let's go. December 30th, 2020, this investigator Shapley and investigator Ziegler, the IRS criminal investigation team, at a 12-hour-long meeting with U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware, the prosecution team. Wolf and Weiss are in attendance. Shapley shares an IRS plan to interview Biden associate Rob Walker. Wolf objects to this plan to the dismay of those in the room. But, she said, we do not want to ask about the big guy, and stated she did not want to ask about Dad. December 8, 2020. Investigator Shapley, Investigator Ziegler, meeting with Special Agent Joe Gordon, received a call from Hunter Biden's attorneys stating that they would accept service for document requests but declined requests for the interview. The IRS investigators were only able to conduct one meaningful interview, that with Biden associate Rob Walker. That date, investigations revealed to the press, December 9, 2020. Wolf gets involved again to interrupt the investigation. December 14, 2020, Assistant U.S. Attorney Wolf tips off Biden counsel about an IRS plan. They had reached the threshold of probable cause to execute a search warrant on a storage unit in Northern Virginia. U.S. Attorney Wolf calls Hunter Biden's attorney and alerts him to the pending search warrant being executed. You stated, Investigator Shapley, that at every stage during your investigation, decisions were made that benefited the subject of the investigation. Who was the subject of the investigation, good sir?
Hunter Biden.
Thank you very much. And I think I clarified for America why we were interested in Hunter Biden. Because he sold access to his father, the big guy. And you Americans out there may have a compromised president in your White House. You should certainly be concerned. Mr. Ziegler, how did the IRS investigation regarding Hunter Biden begin? Tell us briefly, sir.
It was a review of bank records regarding another investigation I was working.
So it was ancillary to another criminal investigation. Is that correct, sir?
Correct.
And you are a criminal investigator. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct.
Not civil.
That is correct.
Thank you very much. Investigator Shapley, in the September 3rd, 2020 meeting with the prosecution team for the Hunter Biden case, Assistant U.S. Attorney Leslie Wolf told your team there was more than enough probable cause for the physical search warrant of the guest house at then former Vice President's Delaware residence where Hunter Biden stayed for a time. Did U.S. Attorney Leslie Wolf confirm your investigative effort that you had sufficient probable cause for search?
Yes, she did.
Thank you very much. But you've told Congress that Assistant U.S. Attorney Wolf also said that the question was whether the juice was worth the squeeze. That's a quote. And that optics were a driving factor in the decision on whether to execute a search warrant. Optics? Have you ever run into that, Mr. Shapley?
I have not, no.
Have you, Mr. Ziegler?
I have not.
Now, why do you think the Department of Justice might be concerned about optics in the search of the President's son's residence during the course of a criminal investigation? Mr. Shapley?
I mean, just the sensitivities involved with that search warrant, and it would, you know.
It's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yep.
There's another search warrant I'm going to touch on in my remaining section. I'm going to have my time expired here. Let me just say, gentlemen, you're courageous for coming forward. And let me ask you, did your job begin with an oath?
It did.
Have you upheld that oath?
Yes, I have.
And
Yes, I have.
is it your core principles that have driven you to reveal the corruptions that you've witnessed in your criminal investigations coming before Congress today?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.